Welcome to Mob Label.
On August 6, 2026, Trump signed an executive order titled End Birth Tourism, directing U.S. authorities to take further action against foreigners who travel to the United States, primarily to give birth and obtain citizenship for their children. But what exactly has changed? Does this mean pregnant foreigners can no longer travel to the United States? And what could the new policy mean for Nigerians and other immigrants? First, we would like to look at what birth tourism is. Birth tourism generally refers to traveling to another country, particularly the United States, with the intention of giving birth there so that the child can obtain American citizenship. The practice has attracted criticism from Trump administration, which argues that it amounts to an abuse of the US visa and immigration system. But there is an important discussion and distinction. The United States already considers traveling to America primarily to give birth in order to obtain citizenship for a child an impossible purpose for a visitor visa. The new executive order is therefore not simply to create a completely new rule. Instead, it directs the United States government to strengthen efforts against what the administration describes as birth tourism and the businesses that facilitate it. And here is the main message. First, it could mean greater scrutiny for some people applying for United States visitor visas. The key issue is the purpose of journey. Someone who is pregnant is not automatically a birth tourist. The concern is whether the person is traveling primarily to the United States to give birth and obtain citizenship for the child. That distinction is important. A pregnant woman traveling to America for a long-time reason should not simply be described as a birth tourist because she is pregnant. The policy is aimed at the purpose of the trip. What about birthright citizenship? This is where the story becomes much more complicated. Trump's birth tourism order should not be interpreted as meaning that every baby born in America to foreign parents has suddenly lost the right to American citizenship. It is not what the current legal position establishes. The wider question of birthright citizenship remains a constitutional and legal battle. What does this mean for Nigerians? For Nigerians planning to travel to the United States, one of the most important things to understand is that the policy does not mean every pregnant Nigerian is automatically barred from entering America. However, anyone applying for a visitor visa must be truthful about the purpose of the trip. If US authorities determine that someone is attempting to use a visitor visa primarily to travel to America to give birth and obtain citizenship for the child, that could create serious immigration and visa problems. For prospective travelers, the message is simple to know. 1. To know the rules. Be truthful about your purpose of travel, and do not assume that having a pregnancy or a planned delivery in America automatically gives you a right to a visitor visa. How widespread is birth tourism? Let's take a deep look at this. Another question is just how large the practice actually is. There is no definitive official figure showing exactly how many children are born every year through birth tourism. It touches on three much bigger issues. 1. Immigration. 2. Visa policy. 3. The constitutional meaning of American citizenship. However, for Nigerians and other foreigners hoping for travel to the United States, the most important point is this. Trump's new order does not mean that every pregnant foreigner is banned from traveling to America. The focus is on people traveling primarily for the purpose of giving birth and obtaining citizenship for their children. But because the policy is new and its legal boundaries are still being tested, the courts may ultimately determine how far it can go. For now, the debate continues. I am Blessing Ogundola, and this is Mognibu Media.
Thanks for watching us today and for joining us on our journey of enlightenment. Mognibu, the vehicle of enlightenment.